Murray State head coach Jody Wright as we enter the week of our second home game of the year against Illinois State. And Coach, do you want to start us off just talking about how big it is to finally have another home game?
Yeah, had a great crowd at our first home game against Southeast Louisiana. We had a lot of road games this year, some long travel, but certainly glad our guys are fired up to be back at home. We need all of Racer Nation to come out and support us. Got Illinois State coming in, one of the best teams in the nation. So it's going to be a big challenge Saturday.
This is a team that y'all played very well last year. Are you conveying that to your team this week?
Yeah, we played them competitively last year, and they've got a coach Spack, that's one of the best coaches in the country. He's built a great program there. They are a top 10 team, a national championship contender every year. And they've got a really good team this year. They played North Dakota State down to the wire, and so we're going to have our hands full. They are a solid football team, well coached, great schemes, a lot of great players on all three phases. So, we're going to need our best for all four quarters.
The quarterback, he's been there for a while. What do you say about him?
Yeah, Rittenhouse, he's a little winner. He makes plays, he extends plays, he keeps his eyes down the field. When they run quarterback draws or zone reads and stuff, you better get him on the ground. He makes smart decisions, good reads, and he's probably very fast. He can make you miss, but he also does a good job. He extends plays, like I said, keeps his eyes down the field. And makes a lot of big-time throws, explosive plays, kind of off-platform. Even you'll see on tape, sometimes people are trying to put a spy on him, and he can still, he doesn't have to have his feet set to throw the ball, so he's got a lot of arm talent, and he's got some weapons. Number 2, Sobkowitz, I believe is how you pronounce his name. But this guy's probably one of the best receivers in the country. He's got a YouTube highlight of catches just this season alone. One-handed catches. He can adjust his body. And Mel Lander, number 84, those guys, every single play you can be right on top of them. They're going to make one-handed catches, contested catches, back shoulder catches. They run great routes. So we've got a very talented receiving core, very solid offensive line. Got really good backs. Wright, 32. Dawson, they're both big physical running backs downhill. They break tackles, so you better have 11 people to the ball playing excellent techniques, because those guys, they rarely are brought down by one person.
Let's talk about someone who I don't think is getting enough attention right now, and that's your punter. He had some early problems, but boy, he looks like he's doing a good job now.
Yeah, Tom O'Hara having a really good year. Unfortunately, we're having to use him a little more than I would like, but he's definitely a weapon, making some really good punts. He does a good job catching it, getting out, and he's having some good hang time, flipping some field position for us. So, like I said, hopefully I mess with him every game, tell him hopefully he's just holding a lot more than punting, but hopefully we don't have to use him as much in the coming weeks. But it's definitely nice to know you got a weapon there at punter.
At least he's gotten through whatever. What was happening early in the season with him?
Yeah, I think he just mishit a couple balls. And the one thing about Tom, he's very really good demeanor. He can kind of go to the next play, his family was in town from Australia at the South Dakota game, which was really nice. But Tom is really, he's one of those guys. If he mishits a ball, he's usually the next time he kicks, he'll self-correct and get it on pace, which you love to see as a coach.
We'll talk about the obvious also, J.K. coming back to the team. Can you measure what that's meant?
Yeah, J.K. is probably, was our most productive receiver last season. Not having him the last 3 weeks has really hurt us, but very glad to have him back. When he came back as advertised, had a lot of good, made some contested catches, some explosive plays, and also threw a touchdown, which was nice as well. So very excited about having J.K. back, and he brings a lot of good leadership out there as well, being an older guy, senior. So excited about him, and we got to keep finding ways to get him the ball.
How was it you figured out he could throw the ball?
Well, he throws a lot in practice, just pass around, and even last year, he let us know. Most guys that think they got some quarterback talent in us, they'll let you know. And so it was nice. He backed up what he said he could throw. So that was really nice throw we had there to Darius to get us a touchdown. And you know, he's a playmaker, and anytime you get a playmaker back, you hope they make plays, and he did Saturday.